Sometimes I'm wandering around my fish room, just wondering exactly what it is I'm doing. Today, Styrogyne repens has got to move a little bit. Not a big deal, it's just starting to grow up. We want it to grow out. So how do we do that? We're gonna have to pull it out, trim it, replant it, and I figured I'd make a little tutorial, show you guys how to deal with it, so that maybe in the future you could reference this video and go, oh hey, that made my life just a little bit easier. And then I would be like, oh hey, I just helped make your life just a little bit easier. And then we all felt good about ourselves while messing around with our planet aquariums. Pretty happy with this tank. Everything else is going really well with it. I do have some new plants, but you're gonna have to wait to see those because, hey, we gotta let them grow in first. Anyhow, let's get into this Styrogyne repens. It's a cool little plant. First thing we gotta do, we gotta get ourselves some scissors. These happen to be the Aqua Vitro from Seachem, which I technically did get for free, so take that with a grain of salt. I got them at a convention from the Seachem guys. I have enjoyed utilizing these ones quite a bit. I'm pretty happy with them, so I'm not upset. If you feel like the price is what you want to pay for some scissor things, they haven't rusted and they seem to work exactly like they're supposed to, like scissors. All right, got our scissors. We need our planting tongs. Just tripping. Let's see how quickly we can do this. All right, so our Styrogyne is growing up, and that's not what we want. We want our Styrogyne to grow out, which some of them are actually growing out, but a lot of them are growing up. And one of the reasons for that could be, some people would say there's not enough light, but I honestly find that it's more the propagation method than anything else. People are always kind of freaked out to pull their plants out, but as you can see here, once we pull the plant out, we can actually see what we got and figure out what's going on with the plant. So this is actually a side shoot from that original plant that's right behind here. Is this little clump of wacky algae. All right, well, let's get that out of there. Just like you guys, I get algae sometimes. Not a big deal. All right, so let's get this one. We'll pull it out. There we go. And what do we got? Most everything that's growing here. We got stuff that's growing as a side shoot. You can actually just push that one back in. This one here. Oops. Yeah, broke that one. That one's gonna be compost. My bad. That's the question. Did I just throw that on the ground? Yes, because the garbage can is way over there. Alright, well, there we go. So we'll take this little one. Plant it right here. Give you a new home. Alright. Moving along, grooving along. Finding this to be easier with the tongs, so I'm using the tongs now. We got a snail shell here. All right, just threw a snail shell at one of my lights. That was goofy. All right, so we'll take this one. I'm going to replant it right over here. Oops. All right, so now that we've pulled all the side shoots, which is kind of the important part here, we need to separate all the plants and get them back to individual stems. We've got them all here. Now we're gonna go ahead and replant them back into the tank and kind of evenly space them out so that these can also sprout and send out side shoots also. Is this recording? I hope so. Remember, you're gonna need tweezers, big time. Whatever your favorite planting tweezers are, go ahead and use those. Doesn't really matter. Whatever your favorite ones are, it'll be fine. So by separating them like this, we'll encourage, obviously, propagation, because we're going to essentially create more individual plants, but it will encourage them to essentially grow wider and then send out side shoots of their own, which will in turn grow generally across the substrate and help fill in some of the gaps. But as you can see, we're definitely starting to occupy more space with the Styrogyne than was going on before. So this is just a process that, you know, if I did this more frequently, this probably would be filled in. But typically I don't mess with the Styrogyne too much. Mainly because it does get a little bit finicky for me because I don't normally add that much or have that much hardness to my water. Although you can see we have the guppies in here now. So I have added some coral to the sump. So it'll bring my hardness up, and I do anticipate the Styrogyne taking off a little bit. So I'd like to get ahead of the game instead of being behind the 8 ball, right? All right, there we go. We got most of the tall ones. Now doing not so tall stuff. All right. Well, hopefully this this little Styrogyne tutorial helped you out. If you did, hit the subscribe button, the like button, leave a comment, and if you don't feel like that's enough, head over to the Patreon and join our little community over there and help support the channel. All right, later.